You're going out all out to win this competition. How important is it? I know it's not as lucrative or as prestigious as the European Cup, but what does it mean to you?
The team's developed all through the season, and of course we're delighted with finishing third. But then, next step for this team is now getting a hands on a trophy. We've been to two semi-finals, Carabao Cup and FA Cup this year. Want to go one step further, and we want to win something. Jesse knows how it feels to win that tournament as well.
I think that was the last time we won, obviously, a trophy, and I feel like the team. I feel like the team, obviously, we deserve silverware. We're a club, where we want to win trophies, and it's nice to finish third, and it'd be even better to lift a trophy at the end of the season.
James Cooper.
Jesse and Ollie, nice to see you, hopefully without translation. Jesse, we could see what that goal meant to you against Leicester City and what it meant to everybody at Manchester United. Firstly, your thoughts on that and the future, and Ollie, if you don't mind, hit your thoughts on Jesse and where the future lies for him as well, please.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know I've not had the best of seasons, and obviously during lockdown, I wanted to come back as in the best shape possible, to impress the manager, and just that hard work can pay off by pressing in the last minute and winning it off the keeper and sticking it in the back of the net. And of course, a goal gives you confidence, and now I'm looking forward to the next game, and I can't wait to play the next game and try and impress.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head as you saw how much it meant to everyone, because Jesse is he's such an infectious lad in and around the group, always in a good mood, even hiding his own troubles, and so we know how much it meant to him, but it also meant a lot to us because we see him every day when he's performed, and he's part of this club, and he's been here for his whole life. And great finish to the season in the Premier League, but now it's about kicking on, and I'm sure we're going to see a better side of Jesse and the best side of Jesse, because we've seen that in training all the time.
James from Top Sport.
Ollie, I was just wondering whether, following that Leicester victory and the fact that United have now got their place in the Champions League next season, whether you considered at all giving a complete break to the likes of David, the likes of Harry Maguire, who's played 50 games so far this season, Bruno, who's pretty much played 60 games a season for the last few years. And just for you, Jesse, I wonder, in terms of your own career here at Man United, how much you see this game tomorrow night and hopefully getting into the knockout competition when we get into Germany, you see as an opportunity to force your way into this starting 11 come next season?
You can start.
Yeah, I mean, every game, every minute that I play, whether it be 5 or 10 minutes, or half an hour, I think, I've got to try and impress and do as much as I can to obviously help the team and impress the manager. And it's a perfect way now with 4 games left. Going into the last game with confidence. Hopefully doing well in that and getting a run in the tournament. But like I said, the most important thing is a team and to lift silverware.
Yeah, and that's our focus. So of course, the players want to play. They don't want to break. When they're in and around the place, they want to play, and they're bothering me all the time. I don't want to rest. I want to play. So of course, it's not easy at times to say no, you're resting with players of that quality you're saying. But we go into that tournament wanting to win. I hope the players need to win, like I do. I think it's for me as a coach or a manager to lift the trophy. It's a different feeling to when you were a player, because it just you know that you represent so much more than just a team. For me, we go into this tournament with players wanting to win and not giving them a break. No, so they'll be called upon.
Simon Peach.
Afternoon, Ollie. Afternoon, Jesse. I just wanted to ask about the match tomorrow. I'm guessing Jesse starts, but any other clues as to who might be involved with the likes of Ted and Ethan Laird in the squad? And also, can you tell us, obviously Axel and Luke Shaw aren't in the in the squad. Are you able to, sorry for the whole Europa League campaign, are you able to tell us the nature of their injuries and just when you expect them back?
Yeah, Axel started to get niggles early on when we restarted, and he had to have an operation in his foot. So he'll be back early September-ish. Same with Luke. He sustained the injury against, who was it? Southampton, was it? Southampton, and he'll be ready again early September. So they both should be ready for when the league starts. Apart from that, what did you ask? Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, Jesse will be starting tomorrow, but the team won't be too different from the last time we played LASK away in March. So we know that it's a difficult game. It wasn't a 5-0 difference in the two teams. We were winning 2-0 about after 60 minutes. Scored 3 goals in the last 5. So of course we know that we have to perform, and there's opportunities for players to stake a claim to play in the quarters if we get through.
Simon Stone.
Ollie, without preempting too much, but given the first leg score, you must be quite confident of going through. I'd seen that Wolves had asked UEFA for permission to fly in and out for these games rather than stay for the entire duration. Have you asked for that as well?
There's been a discussion at a certain or a higher level than me to how that tournament is going to pan out. At the moment, it looks like we're staying. Of course, you could look at it as just one game and you travel to an away game, but at the moment it looks like a tournament, so we'll be staying in Germany.
Paul Hurst.
Hi Ollie, this is the first time we've spoken to you since the transfer window opened. How beneficial would it be for you as a manager to try and get, at least some business done relatively early, especially given the kind of short round to next?
Well, this transfer window is a long one, and every transfer takes its course, and it is what it is at the moment. I've got no updates for you anyway, so if there's any news, we'll update you.
Jamie Jackson.
Hi Ollie. At times your team can be turned in defence with a bit of pace coming at it, and with the centre-back positions, with a few of your centre-backs looking like either they're not really in the squad or maybe leaving, is that an area of concern for you, pace at the back, and will you look possibly at the centre-back positions, because it looks like you're going to need numbers somehow?
Well, we're always looking to improve the team and the squad. I think we've been very, very solid at the back. I think sometimes you might be exposed in behind you when you're pressing as high as we've done. We've made a certain, not attempt, we've decided we're going to be a high pressing team when we can. And if you don't take risks, you won't improve. And yeah, once in a while we've been found some space behind us, but I've not been concerned about it, no.
Rob Dawson.
Hi Ollie, hi Jesse. It's a question for both of you really. You could be involved in this tournament all the way up to the end of August. You're probably going to have, 2 or 3 weeks to prepare, to rest, and then to prepare for the start of the Premier League season. Have you got any concerns at all about how quick that turnaround is going to be?
Well, for me, hopefully we'll get some help. If we go through in this tournament, if we get to the end, that we can start a little bit later. It is what it is, and I think everyone knows that this year has been a special one for the whole world. And I'll certainly look after the players, and we'll give them time off to recharge, maybe a couple of weeks, and then we'll just have a quick turnaround. These boys look after themselves anyway in the breaks they've had. I've always been impressed by how they've looked when they've come back, and same now after the lockdown. I think we've been one of the fittest teams.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're used to playing games in quick succession, and like you say, a lot of the players like to do stuff in their own time, as well, so we can always be prepared for the next game. So I don't think there's really any concern, in the turnover. But like the boss said, we'll get 2 weeks to recharge. If we get to the final, and I'm sure that can be enough, and we can start the season on the right foot.
David McDonnell.
Hi Ollie, you talked about getting your hands on that first trophy. For you, in your experience, how important is it getting that first piece of silverware as a team in terms of forging that winning mentality that enables you to go on to win other trophies and really forge that winning mentality?
Well, it's massive. I think you can see that, when we won the Premier League, or Sir Alex won the Premier League for the first time, that was the start of the Premier League era, but it was started with the FA Cup. For me personally, when I won my first trophy as a player, it made me more hungry, because you saw the highs of it, saw how much it meant for everyone. And as a coach, I won the league first time with Molde. That was the first time for the club in 100-year history, and since then we've won it 4 times in about 8 or 9 years. So it was a big change for that club, and for me, for this team as well. I think if we can get our hands on a trophy, it's a big step forward.
James Robson.
Hi Ollie, Jesse. It's a question for both of you. How do you think United's football has changed since you the club, Ollie? The type of football you play now, and Jesse, the same to you. How do you think it's changed from the football you've been involved with over the years at United?
I feel like obviously, different managers have different ways of playing, and it's up to the players to adapt. I think Man United has always been, attacking style, playing team, and we love to attack. We love to press the ball, up high, and I think obviously, the boss has brought that to the team, and like I say, we like playing quick and scoring goals, and I think we're very good, defensive as well. So I think it obviously depends on the manager and the way he wants the players to play.
I think every manager has, as you say, has their own style, and there is no right or wrong way of playing football. It's whatever the manager believes in. That's the way he'll manage, and that's the way he'll coach throughout his career. For me, I've been at this club for 11 years as a player. Then I was here for almost 4 years as a coach under Sir Alex in the reserves and in the first team. And I've been, of course, influenced by those years. So I try to, my style of football has looked a little bit like that. Plus, I've also had some good times in Norway with, we were one of the first teams or countries that really went for loads of counter-attacking, more penetrational football, risk-taking football. And you want a mix between both sides, and we're working on it. We're working on pressing high. We're working on being able to counter-attack and dominate. We work on all the things. So it's up to others to tell us how it's changed. I don't think that's for me to say.
Okay, last question from James Ducker.
Hi Jesse. Jesse, since Bruno Fernandes has come in, we've seen the importance of sort of goals and assists from that number 10 position. Goals have obviously been a struggle for you this season and last, but we've seen in the past that burst you had. I think you got 9 in December 2017, in January 2018. Do you feel you've got goals in your game, and is that something you are really looking forward to sort of adding more consistently?
I've always scored goals from under 18s, into the reserves, and I think just about setting goals for me personally throughout the season. Each game's obviously different, and it's about setting targets on a personal level throughout that game. How many shots you have, how many chances you can create. So I think that's down to you as an individual, but I'm working on it. I've been doing a lot after training, with the coaches on my finishing. So I'm sure it'll come. I mean, obviously the Leicester goal gave me confidence, and hopefully I can show it in the last game as well.
When you score goals, it gives you so much confidence, and the more goals he scored in training, I've seen his confidence grow. Of course, it's a habit to do extra, and Jesse is one of them who always stays back with the coaches. So that will come. No worries.
Ollie, can I just ask you about Chris Smalling? His loan is obviously ended with Roma. Is there a chance for Chris to stake a claim in your team next season, or realistically, are both you and him, looking at another move for him?
I think Chris has shown over his career at Man United how valuable he is for Man United, and this season was about him being a regular, going to Roma, showing and proving how good a centre-back he is. I wanted to give Harry, Vic, maybe Axel a chance, and so we found out that was the best for him to go to Roma, play for a year. Now he's coming back, and Chris has shown this season that he'll be valuable. So I've been speaking to Chris throughout and been delighted with this season.
Okay, thanks everybody.